Hey you, 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 you. Welcome to the park. I'm glad to be here with you, and I thought that we could take a nap together outside. There's something really special about sleeping outside, something ancient and primal, but also so in the moment, you know? Something so just open and vulnerable to the minute-to-minute choices that make up our lives. There's a little bit of a breeze, but the sun is warm and laying over everything like a blanket, like a blanket, like a blanket. And the grass is lush and deep. Let me fluff it up for you. Let me fluff up this grass for you. Let me make sure that this whole situation is nice and comfortable, and you're gonna have ample space to recline. Oh, you've got a little something in your hair. Let me just get that out of there. Let me just get that out of your. You're absolutely covered in little leaves. Let me get these out of there. Where did this guy little come from? I have no idea. I'm so glad that you could get off work, you could get off school, you could ditch your plans, ditch your life, and hang in the park. I've got you nestled here on a tin watering can, a antique tin watering can. And behind me we've got, to your right, you can see an old tree that splits and branches into a couple different boughs and limbs. There's a ton of older oak trees around here, as well as a couple of elms and maples, an American elm, and we've got some red maples, which is a cerebrum, and the American elm. There's also Ficus grandifolia, which, if you notice, the trees in the winter that are all across the northeast with orange leaves that linger even in the winter. That's a Ficus grandifolia, which is an American beech. The pollen out here is crazy. It's settling all around you. And there's lots of birds as well. Sometimes a hawk or two. And even saw an owl recently. Got to see an owl, which was really nice. There's a small creek nearby. I don't think you can hear it. It doesn't tend to babble too much. It's not really a babbling creek. It's more of a stationary creek. More of a hanging out creek. Not stagnant, but not babbling. Playing in that in-between space. This is a habitat for a ton of squirrels, including some black squirrels. And cardinals and robins tend to be really abundant this time of year. Oh, I'm so sorry, little watering can. As well as a ton of wasps, big wasp territory. The bugs. I'm not a wasp, can you tell? I'm not a wasp, can you tell? And carpenter bees, which are wood bees that burrow into wood. There's not so many of those around here, but where I used to be at, there were more carpenter bees. I'm like, should I be showing feet for free? You know what I mean? Probably not. There's also a couple of more exotic imported trees, like we have a Japanese maple over here, and there's a couple of different varieties of cherry blossom. And I think out on the trail there are some flowering dogwood, as well as a sycamore, which I love. Those are the big, old, they almost look like camo because the bark has a sort of mottled texture and pattern to it. And it's usually sort of a light gray and then almost a white, which is really beautiful to find in a tree. It's really comfortable. I mean, the dirt has been warmed by the sun for hours, and so you can feel heat radiating up through the earth, and it's almost like it's the heartbeat of the planet, feeling that warmth pulse through. There's a great line in Orlando by Virginia Woolf where the main character, Orlando, lies down. He flings himself down on the earth. He's very, very dramatic. It's a really funny book, honestly. But he feels himself lay against the root of a tree, the base of a tree. And he feels as if it's the spine of the earth, as if he's laying atop the back of the earth, feeling its spine beneath him. I've always thought that was really lovely. I've always thought that was really lovely. It smells like it's an in-between season, so it's not quite fresh new buds the way early spring is, but it's not the hot baked earth smell of deep summer. Oh, I mean, that's just really nice. That's just really nice. When I was younger, I used to always love to find blades of onion grass in the soil, and I would eat them in the playground. Now this isn't onion grass, but it does help me serve my kind of Brokeback Mountain, Call Me By Your Name hybrid fantasy. There's actually a lot that you can eat, especially, I mean, well, that's all I know about here in the Northeast, but a lot that you can eat that you find out and about. There's wild ramps that are really abundant, which is like a allium family, so almost like an onion. Those are really delicious. You can make pesto out of them. You can make dandelion leaf pesto too, but that can go really bitter really easily. Tons of berries, poison berries that you can eat, wild raspberries, wild blackberries too, and sometimes wild strawberries, but those are more rare. I don't find those as often. Let me make you a little crown out of these blades of grass. Grass does not get enough credit. What do you think? I think grass is very underrated. I mean, these stalks are so versatile, really abundant, but still so many varietals. I'm gonna collect all the stalks that I need to adorn you as you fall asleep out here. It's so satisfying when you pull them nicely out of the earth and you get to the little white, tender root. Not the root, but the bottom of the flowering plant. Okay, let me assemble these for you. I won't use this one for you. Great. Okay. Don't move now. I'm just going to start to put this into your hair. Good. Just like that. And then I'll weave in this one over here, just up and connect it to the next one. That looks nice. this is good. Here, I'll take this one and attach it to the bottom of the next over here. And let me just put this out of your eyes. Let me just put that out of your eyes so that it's not in your way. Okay. I'll discard of that one. And then put this one just up here towards the top. Good, good. Let me pull that up. Let me pull that up. Okay. Then this one can go right up here. Just placed it in with the other ones. Let me move that out of the way. Let me move that out of the way. Put this in. Weave it in with the rest. That's really good, okay? Okay, where are the empty spots? There's one. There's one. Let me pull this up. I'll just pull this up and just put this crown in as well. There you go. Well, don't you look amazing? Don't you look amazing? You look amazing. You do. You look great. You look absolutely great. Absolutely great. And it looks like you're falling asleep a little bit. It looks like your eyes are closing. It looks like the sun is doing its job and is soothing you. And the ground will maybe attract some of the fae folk that live in these woods, and they'll come take you away underground to their ball, and you can dance with the fae folk. I think that sounds lovely. I'd do it, even if they can be a little crazy. Okay, well, I'll stay with you here while you sleep, okay? I'll hang out with you, and I'll keep an eye on things. So you just rest, okay? You just rest. Don't worry about anything. You just rest, okay? You rest up. You rest up. You rest up. You rest up now. You rest up. You rest up. Just sleep.